start
I click
looking.
start.
Okay, well, that would have been helpful to know.
Good Lord.
We're
Gosh,
live.
Mom.
Dude, it's not, and welcome people as they come in, okay?
Welcome, people.
No, there's nobody there yet.
Good Lord, David.
Isaac, come turn on the burner for the meat. Introduce yourself later.
That's
No,
Isaac.
Just keep it there.
There's Pampered Chef, Sarah.
Stop.
Where do I put it?
What do you mean?
Put it on
No,
power oil?
put it under power. There.
Can I wax the meat?
Not yet. You can put the lid on.
Where's the lid?
On top of there, I think. Or no, it's in the underneath the oven.
I'm gonna take my bet that it's the big one.
I agree.
Okay.
All right.
What? Isaac, stop it.
All right. Now, let's get ready to rumble. Are
Go
we
ahead, Isaac.
ready? Isaac, don't. All right. Let me close this. Everybody can look at my stack of dirty dishes that my boys have not addressed yet. All right, Isaac, are you going to use the mix-in chop? All right, hey everyone. We are going to do a fun breakfast for dinner. This type of meal is probably about the max prep time that I do for anything. Because it takes me a few extra minutes to peel the potatoes. Don't zoom too much. Don't put any filters on. Takes me a couple extra minutes to peel the sweet potatoes and kind of chop up a little bit. But this is how I like it. So we're going to kind of roll with that. All right. So Isaac's going to start breaking up the turkey breakfast sausage that we have with
Where do I put the lid?
Just hold it for a minute.
Just set it
You
on.
hold it.
You can just set it like this. Now, is that how we use it?
Hello, Michelle Chisholm.
Michael!
Michael.
And there's
I
an
didn't
E at the end
know.
with Michelle. Okay,
I don't know.
let's pretend like we have something better than an Alabama education, okay?
I didn't go to school Friday. My brain isn't working.
Okay. So, Isaac's using the mix and chop probably a little more aggressively than I would. This is our wok, our stainless steel wok, okay? And I like to do this because this way it has a little more space for me to just go ahead and make sure I'm not flinging food up because the sides are a little higher. But you notice that there's a little hexagon patterns in them. It helps to create where you can still sear the food, yet it's non-stick. All of our pans are now dishwasher safe. You can use metal on them.
Michael said, hello, Dave.
Yeah, well, it's David this time, but that's okay. Dad did the video last time. That's all right. At least he probably spelled he probably knows how to pronounce your name. Jeez.
Fine.
Okay, so anyways, so we're using the mix and chop. Isaac can go ahead and let this cook some more. Honey, you don't have to beat it dead yet.
It is dead.
It is dead. That's true. All right, so we're going to pan off of Isaac, and then we're going to work to get our waffles started. Not the dog. All right,
Hi, Dad.
that's enough. Isaac.
Dave Lees is watching.
Okay. Oh, Lord have
I
mercy.
heard he's sexy.
Teenagers. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Waffles. Love a waffle pan. Love my waffle pan.
waffles.
All right. Let's focus here, guys. All right.
Hey,
so
we have
I
more
always-
viewers than ever.
Okay, no, we
5. We have 5 people watching.
No, trust me, we've had more than that. Your dad's like, he's on top of things. All right. Batter, mixer, and dispenser. Let's go ahead and have the focus on what I'm doing here if you guys want to eat dinner anytime soon, okay? David,
It's sitting on you.
Okay.
Is that a threat?
Yes.
I'm not panning off at you, and I'm not
Okay,
messing
so-
around.
I always store this in here instead of putting it on here because then it's harder to pull up. This is what you put on when you're actually pressing down. This is what we're going to do to mix. So to open it and close it, it just locks and unlocks like this. Now, it comes undone by turning here and pulling this down, and it is dishwasher safe.
Wow.
Yeah. So you can unscrew all of it and take all of it apart. I generally don't because I'll just put it in my dishwasher and in dish water and clean it like this. You always want to make sure that little metal piece is long end towards the handle or it won't actually go up and down like this, okay? So then we lock it back in place, push down, and this screws off. It all comes apart. There is a video on my page on how to do it. Pampered Chef does make sure
Michael said, no camera action, no food for you.
True. All right, Isaac, you can mix that some more because we're going to put our sweet potatoes in soon.
Mary Beth Davidson Carr is watching.
Great. All right, so I'm using the Birch Benders
I don't know why you yelled, Isaac.
waffle mix, and I always like to add a little bit extra, so I'm doing just a cup and a half of water, and I always put the liquid in first, otherwise the solid stuff gets stuck on the bottom too much and it'll clog. And then I'm putting this in, and I knew I was going to
Spilled a
spill
little
some.
bit. Our dog's cleaning it up.
Yeah. All right.
Mary Beth says, hello, everyone.
Good. Hello. All right. So I always like to put. Okay, and it would help to open this. I always like to put just a splash of No, don't put on the floor. I just cleaned the floor.
Zeke's
now
licking
it's
it
on
up.
the dog's head. Okay, I like to put a little bit of extract in there just to enhance the flavor.
Kevin Pritchard is watching.
Great. Well, you can tell him hello because you know who that is.
Hi. I know
Okay.
who that. I know who that is.
Okay, and then I'm just putting a little squeeze of honey in there, local honey because it's the best. Now to mix,
Where's it local from?
Prattville area. Jeez.
So we have the
All right,
best
put the
honey.
lid back on. Well, no, it's good to have the local stuff because the bees pollinate with local flowers, and then that way you don't have as much allergy issue. All right, so just plunging, okay? And this is one of those batters. Stop. Don't make me lift your honeys. All right, and I think this should be enough for all of us to each have one. I know, and he's filthy. All right. We got this all ready. I'm going to pull this up, kind of shake it a little bit. All right. Can we, please?
I'm.
All right. All right, I got a little bit up in there because it was stuck to the top. Okay. Hey, can you please stop? I know, he has stuff all over him. All right, so then I'm going to put this on, so then that way we can actually get it to plunge. And what I do is I turn it to... Can you, for the love of Pete, please stop?
I'm trying.
Go away then. Until you're okay.
Okay.
Stop looking at Zeke.
Okay, so what I do is I rock it and turn it to the side until it's real close to being down here, so that way you don't get extra air. And then I just go ahead and take and lock this into place. And then you can adjust how much pours out. And for this waffle maker, we'll have to do the large one. So I'm going to turn my burner on. And I do it this way because my burners, they don't, the way the knobs are, it doesn't sit as well, so I open it up with sideways, okay? So I am going to look and see how this is looking. I'm going to just put this over here for right now. All right, so.
Should we put in the potatoes yet?
That was my job.
Well, you know what? You walked away and you were...
You told me to walk away.
Well, you should have come back in a minute. Okay, we can go without the lid for now. All right, we're going to do...
Lacey something is watching.
Great.
I don't know how to pronounce that last name.
Let me see it. I can't see it. Guevara. I think I said it right.
No.
Yeah, you were closer than your brother's attempt to say Michael.
Shut up.
All right, so...
Chill.
All right. You know, I do have Facebook friends that are men, too.
Yes, I
And
know.
men like to cook, unlike you two yahoos.
I'm fine with cooking.
I've seen your cooking. All right, so...
I cook a mean
Burn the house
ramen.
down with freaking pizza rolls.
All right, so...
I don't want to hear it. You almost
Okay.
burned the house down a lot more than I have, and you're a lot younger than me.
So, nobody has, and let's be quiet and let's focus on me.
Thanks, Isaac. Thanks, Mom.
Really, baby?
Okay. So, I am using one of our large cutting mats. It is not one of the current ones because these ones last so long. I haven't had to rebuy them again, but they are so handy. And
Michael said love soup. And Robert Tice Coons is watching.
Good. All right. So, I'm going to take and get my onion ready because we're going to use this in our hash. I like to chop onions like this. You go like this. You notice I cut it in half and I'm leaving the part of the stem attached so then way it stays together. And it's just, oops, and let's make it.
Robert said, I love to cook. Kevin Pritchard said, you're making me hungry. And Michael said, ramen, not soup.
Yeah. You do love a good ramen.
Oh, yeah.
We
Who
did
doesn't?
have ramen earlier. So, all right. Oh! So, and I can use the food chopper too. But if I'm not using it for multiple things, I don't always get it out, especially for onions now that I've learned how to chop it so fast. Now, our knives have a lifetime guarantee. You notice they have the little PC logo here. This is kind of a holding guide, so you know where to hold it. It's a full tang blade for easier balance, and that way you don't have to worry about them falling apart either. All right, and this is another thing I love about our thing, and we don't need the lid on for right now, and you can actually use this to kind of mix it and go ahead and put the potatoes in because the regular potatoes don't need as long. All right, so bell pepper.
Melissa Sider is watching.
Good. All right, so we're gonna lock this into place.
Lots
Not a
of people,
potato.
All right, yeah, let's only put potatoes in for now.
lots of people watching today.
Well, it's Sunday. People are home. All right, and I need to clean my. All right, let's not beat it. Do you know how to stir? All right. So because that didn't spray evenly, that's what I'm doing. So you take the lid off just like this, and then
Squirt.
all right, put that back on there so then that way it doesn't leak. And I'm gonna put this down, and I'm gonna let it go for a few minutes, and then make sure I turn it down because I don't want it to get too dark. All right, when you're doing a bell pepper, if you're not going to use it all at once, you can cut it like this, but I like to cut it like this.
Antonita Hireta is watching.
You're close.
I probably pronounced that better than I did
Say I only want to use this much, I can just put this in a baggie, and it's going to stay fresh longer because I still have the seeds and the membrane attached. I am going to use it all, though, today. So I just like to do it like this because then that way it's just easier for me because then I can just throw it like that. Okay. And then,
Oh God, I just threw stuff everywhere.
well, let's just try to pick it up and not give it to
It's
Z.
right by fire. Can I
Oh,
still
just-
grab it?
No, not unless you want to burn your hand. Just leave it go. You don't need the lid on. Oh, or go ahead and put the lid on.
Look. Oh God.
You break any of my tools, I swear. All right, so and this is all I do. Again, a chef's knife is designed to do a rocking motion. The Santoku knife is more of a chopping, so when you're doing it, you want to just kind of rock it and do it and feed the thing in. Now, when you're cutting, you want to make sure your fingers are curled under because then if you accidentally nick something, you're going to probably nick your fingernail and you're going to save your fingers that way. And you don't have to worry about bleeding into your food. So I have nicked many a fingernail, but I have not cut any fingers this way. All right, so go ahead and
Add
Flip.
food.
no, you can go ahead and stir that carefully. And I'm gonna flip this over so that way both sides are nice and beautiful. And then Isaac, you're gonna grab a pan out, a plate out for our
Potatoes.
bubble waffle. Okay, so we're gonna get ready to add these peppers into the sweet potato hash. So I like to make my own hash, and I like to be able to do it with sweet potatoes. It's one of the ways that it'll be for the waffles. You can set it over there or leave it here. It doesn't matter. It's a good way to get sweet potatoes in. I don't love sweet potatoes with all flavors, but when they're a little bit spicy like this, because the breakfast sausage is a little spicier, I do enjoy it, and it has good vitamin A. Plus, it's gonna vitamin A actually absorbs better when you cook. When you use fat, it's a fat soluble vitamin. So, sorry.
Josh Cummings and Brand and Kimberly Moore. Brad and Kimberly Moore.
Okay.
Shut up, Isaac.
Okay. So, stop.
Ow.
Let's be nice to each other, please, for the love of Pete. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna pop this in. Try not to spill it all. Okay.
I'm popping these in.
All right. No, not yet. The zucchini and squash take very little time. All right.
Bad. We're starting now.
No, just mix it all nicely and just follow my instructions. Okay. Anyways, I like to do the sweet potato hash because then we can add vegetables in easily. It's filling. Like I said, vitamin A, any of those carrots, or that's what the orange and red is. It is a fat soluble vitamin. It's good to have some type of fat in when you're cooking so it is absorbed into your body fast enough. All right, so, and I did have it borderline high temperature. Oh, I just lost my earring because both of them, my little things are not staying on my ears today. Okay, so let me.
Nice looking waffles.
Okay. Oh, and I did not coat it well, or I did not cook it well enough. So hold on a minute. Operator error, and this is why. What do I say? I am pampered.
Not perfect.
Ouch. Yep. So, thankfully, with this little fork, it was just finished. What? Can you? No.
You almost just pushed my hand in there.
Okay, well, let's not reach over me while I'm in a hot. Okay, so let's not have operator error for the future ones. Okay.
Isaac, stop it.
Can you please not be obnoxious? All right. Can you please get out? All right. I just want a little bit of oil spritzed on there. And like I said, I always just do this to make sure I have it all the way in the wells. So it doesn't stick. And oops, I really flung that at myself. All right. There we go. I'm going to pop this down so it can start going into the whole thing. All right, Isaac. Let me look at it for a second. Let me give it a feel. Ooh, that looks yum. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of crushed peppercorn and garlic seasoning on, I think. Oops, you didn't break some of that up for well. It needs another minute or two. And it's almost ready, like 2 minutes. All right.
So what, do I put this in?
No, not yet. All right, my plethora of seasonings, and I said I wanted.
Not even much of them.
Well, I know that's only half of them. All right, I do think I have a crushed peppercorn and garlic in here. I'm just trying to. I have not organized these well.
Cynthia Testani is watching.
Okay, great. All right. All right, so be sure to tell me what you guys are making for dinner. Isaac, you can go ahead and put on the zucchini and mix it in. Oh, and
Who's having some ramen for dinner?
probably nobody.
I want some ramen.
You had ramen today.
I know, but I want ramen.
All right, there you go. All right, so what we're going to do, all right, we got that cooking. Isaac's going to finish mixing that. I got the waffles going. I have some of our new enrichables that will be available as part of a subscription service for Pampered Chef, so you can actually enrich your foods. These are non-GMO. These are vegan. I wanted to make sure it was vegan, no additives, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, okay? Pea protein and kaolin fiber, so you can get some added grains and fiber and some added protein. And whether you're doing soups, smoothies, sauces, whatever it is, it's super easy to do. You can add it to really virtually anything. I've seen a couple of people do it in mashed potatoes, whatever it is you want to enrich, because so often these are actually fiber and protein are what we're lacking in some of those natural foods to help keep our bodies healthier. So I have those in there. This will be a subscription service, and we'll be talking about that. Will be automatically delivered. All right.
So Cynthia said she had chicken tikka masala for dinner.
Ooh.
Michael said he's having egg white omelet with onion
They're
bells.
having breakfast for dinner too. That's awesome.
And then Lindsay Taylor said shrimp.
Ooh, that sounds yummy. All right, let me flip this over. It should be almost ready, and I'm gonna turn this down some more. All right. So, and there we go. All right, so I'm gonna make this go to smoothie. What I did in here, I did a little bit of beet juice, some coconut water, and I have some mango, some coconut, unsweetened shredded coconut, one of the pea proteins, and then peaches and mango, frozen. And I don't want heated wash, I want smoothie. Oopsie. So, we have all of these different things. So if the lid's not on, you notice that it says lid, it has to be locked on. If this is not in place, still says lid, okay? Safety feature. So now smoothie goes by time, not by heating up. This actually heats up. I made a tomato basil soup in it yesterday. It's super easy to do. So all I'm gonna do is I turn the knob, select it, and I'm gonna press start. Now it's automatic setting, and it's gonna go for 1 minute and mix everything up. So we got that. Not quite ready. All right. So it is a little loud, but I'm not doing any work. I love this. This is gonna get us our added fruit and veggies. We got some nice fruit, we got some nice carbs, we got some good protein. Nice balanced dinner, super fun and easy to make. The nice thing is this has 2 different patented settings that are 2-stage. The heated, the jam and the heated puree and sauce, they actually can do 2 stages. Actually, heated puree, sorry. No, jam and sauce, sorry. So then that way you're not scorching things like sugars, and you can make jams and jellies easily, and it's easy to clean up. I personally love the heated wash feature. It's amazing. Super handy, and I'm gonna turn this on.
Michael said I so need one of those mixers for Wendy.
Oh yeah. Well, we're working on Wendy trying to get one for free. So that's the goal. Oh, and this hash looks beautiful. And this will be some of my breakfast for the week too. This in a smoothie. It'll be so yummy. Okay, perfectly cooked. It's all done. So I'm gonna leave the lid on. Did you just hit the hot pan?
The water.
From it?
Yep.
Sorry, buddy.
All went on my foot.
Okay. Sorry. All right. So now I'm gonna cancel this because otherwise it's gonna keep beeping at us forever and a day. And then it'll be ready to go for the heated wash cycle here in just a few minutes. All right. So. Let me see if we're all the way. There we go. And still had it nice and hot. Okay. So.
2 more.
That looks like we're going to have to do 2 more. That'll be perfect. 4 for 4. Each of us gets 1. I hope that's all you wanted. All right. So I actually love this way better than our electric waffle maker we had, just because I love being able to do it on the stovetop. I think this makes I like the bubble waffle shape better. Sorry, I was looking at this. I like the bubble waffle shape better, and I think the texture of the waffles is way better than like the Belgian waffles. Those are just too thick. So this is perfect for our family. Super yummy. I got that going. Let's get some cups and get that poured in some cups, buddy.
Kimberly Hopkins is watching.
Oh, hey, Kim. All right, got lots of great people watching. All right, so we got the blender. Trip over the dog. All right, David, kid number 1. Let's go ahead and have you move out of the way so I can get some cups.
Okay.
So we can pour our smoothies. What size will we need? Let's do our silicone cups, okay? All right, so let's get these ready so that way we have them ready. Let me check and make sure, because this is a bigger serving. Sometimes you might have to do the smoothie setting twice. It looks like it's pretty smooth. All right. Wanted to make sure we didn't have any chunks. But if you do a double serving, you might have to run through the smoothie cycle twice. Pour. So this handle has this here. So that way when it's hot, you're not having to worry about burning your hand. Because this is a glass and it will get hot when you're cooking your soups. When it cooks to, 212 and boils your soup, and I did see a chunk or 2. Oh well. You'll get a surprise. Yep. I saw there's 1 chunk in each glass. All right, that's okay. So what I do to do the heated wash is, you know, I come over here and trip over the dog yet again. And then rinse this out. And then I just put in a couple cups of water and then a little drop of dish soap. Then let's keep our feet off the counter. And you rinse your lid so that way it's good to go. Alright, so then I'm going to put this back on. And this is the same, and I hate doing the blender when I have to constantly, you have to actually slide it into place. There you go. Okay, so you gotta scroll to heated wash. Keep scrolling. Okay, now just push it on the button. There you go. So I hate using the blender when I actually have to go and clean it in the dishwater and let it sit and have it soak. This way it's so much easier. When I made my tomato soup yesterday, it cleaned up so easily. And I gotta flip this. All right, so we got that for a minute. We got that ready. So, and this is, you can see the temperature rising. So show them, David. The temperature's rising right here as it's thinking and coming up. So, what? Oh, did you try the smoothie?
No, he said I have to load the dishes.
Oh, well, you both
I'll
want to
tell you
load the
later.
dishes.
Okay.
So don't worry. Okay, so the temperature's coming up, so it's heating up. It's set to do to 140. So once it does that, it'll run through and clean and run to make sure all the spots are clean. And then what I'll do is I'll rinse it out when it's all done. All right, so let me, looking beautiful. I finally got the temperature just right. And it's not quite done yet. All right, so let me clean all my little mess up over here. And I've got boy number 2 doing dishes right now. Handy dandy, and this is why I have kids, right? All right. So I got all my cutting boards. They're gonna end up cleaning up. This is an easy. You guys, I love breakfast for dinner. I think it's easy. Like I said, this is probably one of the highest prepping meals that I have. Just because, you know, you take a little bit more time to peel stuff. But generally speaking, I'm doing things that are quick and easy. But overall, making of this meal, 15 minutes and we're done. I was probably about 40 minutes to do everything else just because I was doing multiple things and trying to prepare to actually do it for you guys. But generally speaking, I try to get in and out of the kitchen in under 30 minutes. So this is one of those things where I have a little more time, but now I have extra leftovers for the potatoes, and that's part of the reason why I made extra. To make it easier. All right, let's lock this into place. And thank you. And you started it? Yeah. Okay, we'll just have to run it out. Get out. Put it down. Kids these days. All right. So I'm gonna pop this last little bit in here, and I actually think I can do one more. Maybe not.
Michael said our 7-year-old Aaron calls breakfast for dinner Brenner.
That is a good term to use, is Brenner. Let me see how this spreads and see if I can get more. I can totally do
What about deckfist?
Deckfist, I think that sounds a little weird.
It does.
I don't.
Well, that's okay. Then you can call it that.
No,
All right.
I'm not. It's breakfast for dinner.
I know. I just say the long term. All right. So now let me show you how to take it apart. I normally leave this on, so I probably should. All right. So what you do is you unlock it, and what I do is kind of start rocking slowly back and forth, and sometimes pulling this off where it can actually get air is a good thing. Oops, let's not lock it. There we go. So once it starts coming up, you pull up on this a little bit, and then the rest will come up, and then you tilt it so then that way it doesn't have such a tight suction, and then that's all you do. So you can break it down and put it in the dishwasher if you so choose. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some water in it for right now since we have the dishwasher running. And just rinse this off. And there we go. So the batter mixture dispenser will actually do a full box of brownies, cupcakes, cakes, stuff like that. Don't try to put chunky stuff in it. It won't work. If the batter's too thick, it probably won't work. But I love this thing. I think it's so handy, especially when I'm doing waffles. It's so easy to go ahead and do. I'm gonna turn this over. And we got our nice PC logo. It's easy to turn. We got our smoothies ready. And my heating cycle actually is almost done. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. I'm gonna go finish getting everything on the plate and ready for dinner. And David, is it looking at me?
Yes,
I know
it
the
is.
game was on. Well, it didn't look like it moved. Anyways, so we're gonna do that. And if anybody has any questions, let me know. We'll talk to you guys all soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.